Checky. I read this quote somewhere that has really stuck with me for a very long time. The magic you're looking for is in the work you're avoiding. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So one of my students that we are doing a full personalized data coaching program with, while I was trying to inquire where they are in the data field, if they are a complete rookie, what they know, which level they are in, said something that was really interesting to me. Since we were starting with Excel so that they can understand Excel, I wanted to know how much of Excel they had learned. And the student told me that they are still on the formulas, and I think they told me that they are in countifs or something. This really made me think about learning, because the mode of learning, especially in this modern day and time, should be really solution-based. As I had said earlier in my earlier videos, a person's solution is directly proportional to the valuation that they provide. So learning all these Excel formulas without associating this skill or this knowledge with solving a real-world business problem is honestly useless. And with the AI, we really don't need to understand most of these technical things. We just need to understand what type of solution are you trying to provide. I'll give you a very simple example. Imagine you have data. This data, you only have two columns. One column is the city, country, and the other one is the crime rate. So in the first column, you have, let's say, Nairobi, Kenya, Cape Town, Johannesburg, Nakuru, Kenya, Cairo, Egypt, etc., etc., etc. And the other one now is the crime rate per 1,000 people. Now, let's say you want to see the average crime rate of each country that you have on your list. For you to do this, you need to separate the city from the country, have two different columns, one city, one having the country, and then use these countries to filter out and see the average crime rate of each of these countries. For you to do this in Excel, you need to understand how to go to the data tab and separate them with the delimiter, decide it's a comma, then it will separate for you and it will create new columns for you. And then you can use the filters to try and filter each country, see its average, or use a pivot table to see the average crime rate for each country. But I am saying this because I've used Excel for a very long time. For a person who does not know too much about Excel, this might be a little bit of a problem, but as long as he understands the solution that they are trying to provide, which is to get this data, get the countries, and find the average crime rate of each of these countries, he can just take this question, copy a section of the table, put it on one of the many AI tools that we have, from Bard to ChatGPT to Cloud by Anthropic, and asking it a very specific question where you can tell it, I want to separate this city from this country so that we have two different columns, a column that takes the city and a column that takes the country. And then after that, I want to find out each of these countries, its average crime rate according to the data that we have provided. And rest assured, these AI tools will provide a perfect answer. And yeah, make sure you just don't concentrate on the skills that you learn, but also on the solutions that your skills will provide. And really make use of the AI tools, because we're living in the AI era. Before the introduction of the calculators, mathematical concepts, very simple mathematical concepts and arithmetic are what students and people were learning in school. So things like multiplication, division, they always use sticks, fingers, stones to do all this. But once the calculator got there, the type of questions that were asked changed drastically. Since calculators made it way easier for us to do any calculations, working on these calculations was set aside, and now the solutions the people and the students were supposed to provide were all based on more advanced questions. The same way as we are today, with the introduction of AI, we should concentrate more on solutions, providing more advanced solutions for people, because we know the basic ones, the AI is doing that. Thank you very much for watching this video. Any questions, any comments, put them down there. See you in the next one. Peace.